Hello everyone, we are Team TARS. I am zsd&hza.
I'm zsd&hza. We are all off-campus students from Zhejiang University in China.
Now it's time to show you our final project. This is the first version of our project. At the beginning, we try to visualize the population and GDP in China and find out the relationship between these two data. However, we select the data from National Data Web and resorted it. I have to admit that our first version is quite simple and contains limited data. And although it can directly show the trend of population and GDP in China from 1978 to 2013, the relationship between these two data is not showing and is also too simple. Maybe that's why the feedbacks from our friends are always negative. Basing on that, we made a total change, and here is our final project. But you can still see the previous work from this link. The final work contains 5 parts. As you can see, the main body is a map of China. Here we apply both force layout and geomapping function in these 3 at the same time. Here you can see the lines between 2 provinces means that they have more business between each other than the rest of provinces, and the color of province represents GDP per capita in 2013 for each province, and when you hover on the province, the specific data will just show in the tooltip. The darker red means the higher GDP per capita. Shaodong and I are now in Zhejiang province, which is just next to Shanghai. As you can see, this area is a highly developed part in China, since this area has a higher GDP per capita. Besides all of this information of GDP per capita, it shows the fourth layout actually provides the user a more interesting way of interaction. That will just let user explore more by themselves. This point is also confirmed by our users. Through the interviews of our friends, they all enjoy the movable map and all think it's really a good visualization. As we can see, when we hovered on each province, the data of population and GDP of that province in that previous years, which is from 2008 to 2012, will be shown on the right side of the visualization. In the upper one, the right lines chart represents population and the histogram represents GDP. To distinguish them, we use different color on the tip and the axis. As a result, we can easily figure out the trend of GDP and the population in previous 9 years for that province. In the lower chart, it shows the GDP per capita in previous 9 years of that province, which is a demonstration of relationship between the two data above. As we know, GDP and population are not always necessary in possible correlations. So, however, the GDP per capita may better show the welfare of the people in that province, and that also shows the relationship between the GDP and the population. And now let's move to the middle part of the page. Because the limitation for the size of the whole page, we can now just drag our map to this position. And that's also a benefit of the false layout. Here we can just compare GDP per capita in all provinces in 9 periods at the same time. When we hover on the map, the green bar indicates the province we choose. Also, the name of province will just show under the title. And the colorful dots reveal the GDP per capita of all the provinces in previous 9 years. And in this way, we can just it will just show clearly if this province is highly developed or not, and how the welfare of the people in this province. And what's more, all the color pattern, the color for the dot and the color of the bar of the red, all follows the same rules. In this way, it will just achieve the constancy of the whole visualization. And here is the Google Analytics result of our page. As you can see, from April 10 to today, there are totally almost 100 users have visited our page, and the average session duration is 9 seconds. And the most of our users are from China and the US. And besides this result, from the feedback from our friends, they all think that our virtualization work is really cool, and they were really impressive. And I think our group did a great job, and I hope you will have the same idea as we did.
We also created a 3D application for visualization with processing. Processing is a very effective visualization tool for programming. You can Google it to know more. Here, let me show you how the application works. When we open it, it appears a map created in our project, and with more than 13 cylinders lying on every province in China. The cylinders are divided into two parts. The green ones in the low position represent the GDP of this quarter. In the top of the screen, you can easily choose the quarter option to see the data of 4 quarters in the year through the length of the green parts. The total length of cylinders represents the total GDP of the province in 2013. The cylinders in the south of China are usually very high compared with the cylinders in the north. These cylinders are too small to be seen, like Tibet and Qinghai province. However, the GDP of Jiangsu and Guangdong are very high due to their better positions. The names of the provinces are shown on the top of the cylinders. Near them is the percentage of every quarter's GDP. You can filter the percentage through clicking the bar, like if you want to find out the province who has got more than 20% in third quarter, you can click the read option and click the bar at the 20% option. Then you can see the provinces you are finding. The layout of the whole screen can be changed. Press the tab, you can make the map disappear and appear. Or press the left button of the mouse and drag to rotate the layout. You can also press the right button and drag it to move the layout. And you can also roll the middle mouse to zoom out and zoom in. The layouts are very simple, and some delays may exist because it is not a very perfect product. More work will be done in the future to optimize it, and we will also try to fix the bugs and add more data so the application can be more powerful. We tried to integrate it with HTML code in our web page using processing JS. But unfortunately, it doesn't work very well, so we export it as an application. You can download our source code from our GitHub page. It is in the file China GDP app. But of course, you need to download processing to run the code. You can also try to download the application from Google Drive and experience it. We provide 3 versions for different platforms, including Mac, Windows 64, and Windows 32. We did some experiments with our friends and classmates with the application. They use it and express their thought. In conclusion, they believe the 3D visualization compared to 2D is more effective, saves more space, but provides more information meanwhile. But it is more difficult to program, and sometimes it requires more demand on your computer configuration.
And that's all for our presentation.
Thanks for your time and attention. We will really appreciate for any feedback.
And hope we will learn more of these three and information visualization in the future.
And thank you. Bye.
Bye.